What's happening? What's happening? How's it going? How's it going? All right. Keep on building the good stuff. Building the good stuff. Cool. All right. So I'm gonna dive right into it. So I'm basically trying to use Claude Code or Claude and mainly Claude Cowork to automate a lot of my um, to automate basically like as much of my other YouTube channel as possible. Not this one. Well, this one as much as I can, but my main focus at first is going to be actually. Ooh, I don't need that one, but is going to be actually doing the other channel. Which here I'll just bring up my stuff right now so you can see. So if you switch over to this, so you can see my screen. Just sharing my screen. Oh wait, it didn't even do it correctly. Look at that. Here, let me fix that. 1 second. Oh, there we go. This is weird. Window capture, display capture. There we go. I don't know why it like always likes to just grab. I was just trying to do that so you could see everything. So this was actually me preparing for this live stream. I had Claude do it, and oop, let me just still working. Stop. I don't need it to actually continue. Okay, so I mean we can go down to let me find the one that I was actually working on it. So if you're just catching up, so I kind of already created. Ooh. Let me know if you have any questions, drop them in the chat. Let me know if you're watching in the vertical or the horizontal feed. I'm trying to make it good for both. So I have this other channel right here. Let me just go to, oh, look at that. All fun stuff. All my AI stuff. These videos do really well too. Look at that. 500,000 views. Um, so I'm gonna make some video, more live stream showing how I'm making some of these videos too, along with the stuff that I'm doing with that. Let me actually also double check and make sure that everything is coming through on my live stream because I'm always paranoid that I'm talking to myself and the audio is not coming through. So I want to make sure that that I'll sound good before. So what I'm trying to do with that is like any step that I can, I want to automate it. Um, I don't think we're quite at a point yet where everything is just automatically going to be automated. Ooh. Okay, well, hold on. What's going on here? Hold on. Do I not even have my vertical? Just making sure. Oh, it is working. It's just not showing for some reason on my. It is very odd. Okay, well the audio's working, but it's I can't see I can't see my actual. There it is. Okay. Streamlabs is just being difficult. Cool. All right, so I have this other channel. I have the handle. See, I'm just to go straight at. I figure I have this handle. I might as well use it. I have the handle for at the blockchain. I post different crypto content here. Uh, keeping stuff into its own category. So, um, I'm going to automate it as much as I can using Claude. And I've been looking through a lot of the different like marketplaces. These are different um, skills and things like if we don't have to build it ourselves, we don't necessarily have to. So, uh, um, we could use the skills that are already available that are already available and built for us. So like here's some skills that we could look at to build our automations to take care of our entire. thing. So let me just take a sip of water real quick. hmm hmm There we go. So a lot of these skills could easily be just installed into Claude. But let me just find the email content system. It's the one. Yeah, this is the one we were working on yesterday. And we have right here. So I found that it's good to you want to give it like an end goal when you're building a skill with Claude Cowork, but you also want to give it kind of like a way for you to kind of give it as much of a foundation from the very beginning versus having to waste a bunch of credits recoding things every time there's a change. So I kind of gave it this whole thing. So let's go ahead and do this. So I'm gonna start. Let's look at oop, not at all the folders in the actually at the blockchain brain folder. Make sure that everything is optimized in how it is organized. That faithful? Nope, not even close. Optimized in how it is organized. Can't spell optimized apparently. It's all good. So optimized in how it is organized. If you have recommendations on how to improve it, let me know. And I only have a little, like I need to upgrade my Claude. I'm just was testing this. I'm really enjoying it, but you see, I only have like 12% left for the day until resets in 22 hours. So 22 hours. So yeah, so like my 10 a.m. tomorrow, I get it will reset, and then I'll probably end up just upgrading to the next level up. So okay, make sure that everything is optimized. Can you see everything? Good, good, good. Make sure everything is optimized. Uh, make sure that everything is optimized and how it is. If you have recommendations on how to improve it, let me know. The goal is that we are creating a YouTube content machine. We will create all the assets to assemble high quality YouTube videos using tools like Remotion, 11 Labs, and other AI tools. Uh, 11 Labs, actually, let me labs, high level, because that will be what I use for my emails. At create content that gets views brings in leads, nurtures the leads to get them to a sale or some kind of monetization. I want as much of this to be automated as possible. Man, I am not spelling things correctly today. I want I, as much as of this to be automated as possible. I understand if we still need human interaction in some places, but mm, our goal is to replace all of these points over time as AI agents improve. Our goal today is to automate as much as we can. And now, with automation tools like Claude Cowork, N8N, any other tool we need to complete our workflow. Complete. All right. I think that's a good little. Our goal is always to provide value and make money. That's like that's what we want, right? So let's do it. Let's see what it gives us. Now it's going to trigger working, 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 working. Getting full folder and file. Let's see. I don't think it's going to change things right away, but it's checking it. Let's see what the script's showing us. Look at this. Okay. Look at all of that script. Didn't even. Session slash commands funny, loving. Analytics. Why is funny loving such a repetitive phrase in here? Okay. Good times. So let's see. I just did one thing. I'm curious how quickly it's using up my usage. Fast. We're not going to have too much today to go through. Well, after we run out of credits, we have what tomorrow. I should be like I'll just upgrade. Probably, yeah. If not, I'll just do it on the next round of billing. Okay. See. Good timing to do this before content folder. Let me map the. See, I'm just trying to create. My goal with this is to create basically a content brain that keeps on getting smarter as more content is made, and it learns what makes good content. And that's kind of like the goal of what I'm trying to do is that it will learn what content's working well on the channel, make more of that, and also create all the follow-up. I want all the follow-up. Let's see what's going on with my emails. Team IATSE. Union stuff. Union emails. Yeah, fun stuff. Um, Good news, almost everything is empty right now. It was because I was just starting it last time. I couldn't go live yesterday. I had family stuff, but here I am. I would have run out of credits today anyways if I did that. No migration, no broken links. Here's a full assembly. So what's the current structure right now? The three main zones: analytics, assets, video, email. The bones are solid. The biggest gap is that the folder structure doesn't reflect the actual pipeline, which I want it to do that. Pipeline. Okay. Um, does not actual pipeline right now. You can't look at the folder and understand how the video gets made, distributed, and monetized. Also missing are homes for four crucial tools: Remotion, 11 Labs, NAN, and 11 and high level. NAN is I mean, I don't know if I have to use it. The goal is to avoid that stuff as much as possible because NAN, if you don't know it, it's sort of like a AI version of Zapier, and you could you could NAN. See, it's flexible AI workflows. It's like workflows, but it happens either you could either pay for it to it's not free. I guess my point. It's another paid tool. You could have like the starter plan, which you could see $20 a month is still not free. And that's actually only if you pay for a month. It's 24 if you pay monthly. So up to starting at 20 bucks a month if you pay for the year, you could have like say one project, five concurrent executions, unlimited users, so on. So 50 AI workflows. So it is a useful tool, but at the same time, uh, you could also install it like locally on the computer, and maybe like that's another solution. But this is another tool that's creating kind of like the reason why I want it done this way is I want this stuff to be done on my computer. I want as much to be done locally happening on my actual computer as possible. I understand that with Claude Code that's happening in the server, and it is what it is. But this is kind of to fill in the gaps. If there's ever anything that uh that Claude Cowork can't do for me or through a connection that's already integrated, you could do it through this. I have a feeling that the more and more that that Claude Cowork, grows and you know does what it's doing, the more it's going to kind of replace tools like this, even though this is ironically a relatively new tool. But all these integrations and these flows, if I could just tell Claude Cowork to give them this flow and it just executes it on my computer versus it executing it on some other server just to get like the middle grounds. So it's all done in one place with with a AI assistant versus it being AI Zapier is what basically what this comes down to. So okay, let's look through this. So blockchain, the brain, video planning data, JSON, video planning strategy, video. Okay, brands, thumbnail, screen. Okay, monetization. Hmm. Okay, I like this so far. Or I like these updates so far, right? All right, I like these updates so far. Um, let's see. One aspect I would like to add somewhere. And again, I love the fact that I could talk to this in plain English. I don't have to know, like, you could program anything and it will code for you. That's the whole idea. I know that there's also other ones, like there's I know Google has, I've been hearing a lot about anti-gravity, and that's another one that I should look at. But options. So, okay. So I like these updates so far. One aspect I would like to add somewhere. is that I want this to learn from the analytics when they are updated in the system. When new, it will take the, that's, the data from the updated YouTube analytics and use that to, okay, it will take the updated data from the YouTube analytics and use that to increasing in to keep improving YouTube slash email analytics to use to keep improving videos that get better results slash and emails that get better click-throughs and make more money. So I'm just trying to, like, again, this is an income thing. This is what it's all about, right? We're making money with AI. Okay. So all right, let's see what it gives us from here. Let's make money, click-through rate. The goal is that this is a self-improving loop. All right, it's thinking. Mm-hmm. My feet are getting a little cold. It's windy out there right now. A little bit windy outside. All right. I like how it gives you like this progress along the side right here. Building folder structure. All right. Adding learning loop to video planning data. See, that's the whole idea. I want it to just keep on improving itself because every video is just data that the AI could use to see what worked and what didn't. And why would it continue to do things that aren't working for it? Do things that are making the AI less efficient and all that fun stuff. Video log. So now it's adding learning loop to JSON. Before I build anything, here's a full picture of what the self-improving loop will look like. Publish video. Video log JSON log formula 2-week pass. So um, pillars, efficient links used, analytics refresh run, compare new and previous data. Did the predicted CTR match actual? Which pillar grew, shrank? Which email subject line won? All that fun stuff. Update video planning data, the JSON, recalibrate title formula. See, it's creating the tracking templates right now. Re-rank tier 1, 2, 3 ideas, flag over underperformers, appends to learning the learning log, update email performance JSON, open rate by subject formula, click rate by CTA type, revenue per email. Like so, we want to build in different ways for it to track. I mean, heck, you could if you say you're promoting an affiliate product, you could probably have it go check the actual sales data. Next video planning session reads smarter JSON. Next email draft uses winning formulas. Better predictions, better ideas, or better videos, better emails, more money. The system never loses a lesson. Every video published, every email sent, every analytics refresh makes the next decision better. Let me build it all now. Now ask the learning loop session video planning data. So let's actually take a look at our folder, see what it's. Oh, geez, man, that really changed up things in here. Look, now we got our data like we already had. It's we've got our first folder, which is our um, it put everything into a data and docx, which is like I don't know if I need the docx if it's very unreadable. What's the point of even having it? I could just tell it to just get rid of this. In all honesty, this is plenty readable. I'll tell it in a second to I think it's a waste. I think it's going to waste tokens if it's in there. Personally, I think it's going to waste tokens. So now it's updating the analytics refresh skill. Let's see how many tokens I got, how much usage I got left before I run out. I got enough. I got some. More concerned about the 90% than the 34 because I could take a break and finish up more. Okay. If you have any questions or things that you want, let me know in the comments. Mhm. The system never loses a lesson. Every video. All right, I got that. Now update the manage downloads Python script to point to the new analytics folder, then packageable skills. Now updating the blockchain. Um, OneNote. Did I just copy the analytics? That's you just copied it. Audio. Remotion. And if I ever make any changes, I could just change it up in here. It's pretty cool. Okay. Oh, what? What's it doing now? You finish? Self-improvement loop. Do not the what are they? DocX? Is that what they are? DocX files are helpful. Not very. Do you think the JSON is fine by itself? Save on tokens and make it more efficient. Okay, what else two things to do? Install the updated skills folder, double click. delete. So email brain. Install whatever skills you need to add and delete any redundant folders as long as the data is still preserved if you need it. All right, let's see what it does. Yeah. Blah. Mm-hmm. It's thinking. Man, it's windy outside, guys. It's windy. All right, yes, JSON plus MD is the right call, and it's strictly better than adding to the mix. Here's the logic. .md is just a readable, is readable as what was it, .md, as a, a dot no. A .md is just as readable as a Word doc for strategy docs. Open in any text editor, and Claude reads it natively with zero overhead. DocX requires docx np pm package to write and specifically parsing to read. Extra dependencies, extra tokens, no real gain. That's what I thought. It's just so every time that something's accessed, I'm just trying to make it as efficient as possible because with something like Claude Cowork, it's using token like your usage. So the more efficient that I'm able to make this, the less tokens it's going to use, meaning that it's going to cost me less, which means that I could do more automations every single month for the same price. That's kind of like, so, okay. Packaging, okay. Extra dependencies, extra tokens, no real gain. Keep JSON for structured machine data. Keep an MD file for anything human readable. Drop the, okay. Let's keep, okay. So allow Claude to permanently delete files in your folder task. Once allowed, this permission can't be revoked without starting a new task. Deleted files can't be restored. I trust it. Just do the thing. Do the thing. It's the whole point. There's nothing in there that I can't replace. Let's see if it's, look at that. It's already cleaner. There we go. Skills is much better organization. Yeah. And that's the thing is like it's organizing stuff on my computer. I would have had to like think of this stuff through webhooks, high level leads. Perfect. I love this is a structure that I could use in other projects too. Okay. Analytics, see my raw data. Oh yeah. There we go. What else we got here? Okay. Okay, the channel Bible will be so let's take a look. Analytics. So here's our strategy, all the information. Perfect. I love it. Audio, affiliates, revenue tracking, sponsorships. There we go. Okay. And then we got the skills in the bottom one, right? So what we got so far? Pipeline and analytics refresh. So there we go. All right, so I got about half through this usage. If I don't use this all up, I could always do a little bit more later today. All right, so we got all of our file structure, number, there you go, strategy, analytics, assets, production, email, monetization, leads, and skills. Okay, you do that. It would just doesn't want to show it. Okay, interesting. Okay, now guess we should see if there's anything else. Okay, now we need to build in a content creation workflow. An AI content creation workflow. I understand that some of the video components need to be manually manually assembled still. We end up with all of the pieces we need to put the video together fast. So let's give it a little bit of a, so one, our agent should suggest categories to make a video from. Each category is basically a content bucket. For example, since this is a crypto channel, it can be like crypto slash blockchain slash DeFi education video. Video. So since, for example, since this is a crypto channel, it can be something like crypto, blockchain, or DeFi education videos. Um, hard CTAs. Um, don't need a hard CTA, but you always give a CTA to something like your email list and stuff like that. Okay, and not a hard CTA. What am I getting? A text from Amazon? What is this? What is this? It wants me to promote something? If Amazon sends it to me, I will promote it. I will make videos on things if they send me free stuff. I gotta look into this stuff. Okay. Hmm. Okay, I'm getting distracted. I don't need to look at my phone for that stuff. I just need to get this. Okay, DeFi, these would be more valuable and not have a hard CTA. We could have, or we could have tutorial videos. These we could also have a fill in the blank option to paste in a starting point that is different than the suggested videos. Okay, so now it's just going to give you an idea. Once we have our idea, we then pick our title, then add any special notes about the video. It will generate a script for the video. We can have it ask if we want it to audio for us, or it can, or actually right now I'm just going to do it manually because I have another tool that's going to be able to make it easier for me to do the voiceovers for 11 Labs. But okay, if we want to generate So we get the voiceover generated manually. So that's part. Okay. Once we have approved the script, uh, we need it broken up into blocks that can be generated using remotion. We want consistency between all of the generations. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we want consistency between all the generations. Perfect, perfect. Um, there should be a point when it asks which assets it should use the video brand assets. Sorry. Okay. So which brand assets it wants to use in the video. Then we should be able to go through each generation one at a time. And once each one is approved, we can export it into a folder that has folder. Okay. Then folder for the video. The goal is that once Emotion and 11 Labs have outputted our video and assets, we will be able to line them up with the voiceover and with a few cool make small finishing touches to the like background music, sound effects and scene in our, what do you call it? We're splicing in our reusable CTAs and other assets like that. That way, it's all like I'm just trying to give it as much information. It's not going to be perfect until like this is just to give it like a once over, but I want like my content creation. So um, we'll want it to generate an AI thumbnail because I want AI to do thumbnails for this. Like this is the whole idea, as much as AI as possible. The thumbnails need to be high quality and they need to have a consistent style, brand style. Okay, so all right, let's see what it gives us. So it's going to give us some information. It's thinking. What's happening? Let me check my data or my usage. All right, still have some space here. Oh, did it do that? What? Did it? I'd be so pissed off. I just wrote a novel and did it just screw everything up? Oh, okay. I was scared. I, I wrote quite a bit of information there, and I thought it didn't save it. It's still working on it. Good. Uh, oh, that was frustrating. Mm, hmm Writing skill. So this is where it's gonna suck up a bunch of my usage there. Hmm. Hey, things about this. I'm gonna use the restroom. I'll be right back. Code while I'm gone, okay? Is it still going? Is it still doing all this stuff? Didn't even finish.
Didn't even finish.
Oh, did it work? Can you hear me now? Okay, good. You can hear me now. And look, Claude will always like able compacting our conversation so we can keep chatting. Ba, ba, ba. Let's see. I just don't. It seemed the usage just seems so balanced. You doing it? Still writing everything. All right. Come on, come on. I know how it's kind of funny how we're all like impatient with this now. Oh, AI. All right. This is the most tedious part, just waiting for the AI to do the work. Well, I mean, like, I mean, if I was doing this and not live streaming, I'd go and do something else while this is doing the work. Okay, it's giving me some informations. Funny, loving Heisenberg. What is sessions? What is funny, loving Heisenberg? That sounds like I'm just a little confused with that. The skill folder, still just the two skills. Okay, this is a significant upgrade to your video pipeline. Let me map exactly what needs to change before writing anything. The update flow, script, video, export, thumbnail, Canva, modules, review, and export an email. Let's see. Um, let's see. Okay, the key piece, content bucket section. Okay, content category, topic, title, special notes, brand, asset gate, script, voiceover, export, Canva thumbnail. So I have a Canva thumbnail. Okay, do both update skills. So it hasn't installed it yet. I don't know what the fun sessions, fun loving Heisenberg. I don't know what that is. Okay, so is there anything that I want to add in before I have it build it? Phew, once installed, the next time you say something like, let's make a blockchain video, the DeFi tutorial, phrase pipeline 12 phrase category selection, brand assets, scripts. Here's a couple things. How can we have a default brand asset folder and then sub asset folders for example? I may make general videos like, I say, chain vacation videos that don't require special assets, but Mhm. So maybe we have that requires special assets, but I may do some videos that videos like tutorials that will require their own assets for the video. If I ever make a video on that same topic, we can access those assets, but no need to when they are not being used. Would assume that it's better to only access them when needed versus every time. All right, all right, all right. I think that was like one key thing is just the asset folder. Okay, good thinking, lazy loading. No reason to pull Jupyter specific clips when you're doing a general education video. Here's the plan. Asset brands, asset topics, and okay. Each topic folder has its own brand and merge. And one thing that I've also learned is like once you do this, you can just save this all into a plugin. So once I get this all done, I'm just going to create a plugin that kind of encapsulates all of this stuff. Okay, let's build it out. Let me just check my usage since I'm almost at the end. It resets in the morning, but I just need to read. I don't know if I'm going to be able to build. Let's see if I even have enough to let it build. Now I'll update phase to loading logic. Let's build it out. Now create the two-figure template. Now create a real example for Jupyter since it is a top performing topic. Now update phase 6. Oh, it's still working. Didn't finish yet. Oh, there we go. Okay. It's going to give me a new running command. Do I have enough to actually build this before? Maybe. Oh, it's actually, that's instructions. Is it done? Okay. Add the new topic, just copy template, rename it, fill in the overrides, skill picks it up automatically when the next open asset folder. Where's the asset folder in here? Asset folder here. I said open the asset folder. Let's see exactly where it. I don't know where this freak sessions funny loving Heisenberg. I'm just so confused where this file structure is. Sessions funny loving Heisenberg. I have no idea. Uh, is that my file structure? I gotta look that up. I gotta figure out why that's saying. I've never seen that before. Okay, but we got our screenshots, topics right there. There it was. So it kind of already created topics. There we go. So like, I like that. Okay, that's cool. I like this. So okay, and then the template configure JSON. Okay, I like it. Okay, you're great, great, great. Okay. Um, great. Make all the updates to the skills to make skills thing up to date. Okay. Yep. Testing AI, testing the AI, right? We care about you testing it all out. Just making sure it works. I want to make sure that this replaces me, you know? And I've tested enough that I think I'm gonna upgrade this one and have the higher plan. Chain pipeline. All right. Install to install both skill updates, open the skill folder and double click each. So I need to double click each skill. So it wants me to actually go here. Okay. So I just need to hit add to library and replace, and then add to library and replace. Dope. All right, so now that should give me, where's my last one? This is the one I was just doing, so great. So let's just give it a try. I don't think I have too much usage left. Yeah, but I can give it a try. Let's see what it does when I actually run it. Um, what's the trigger words? Help me set up my, help, help me create my next at the blockchain video. So we're going to see what it's how it's working. So I'm going to give it a folder. I'm going to give it my folder that has access to all those folders. Help me create the next blockchain video. I'm just using the middle thing model just because it uses the other one will use up my credits way faster. So let's hit go and let's see what happens. Okay. I want to refresh your analytics before you start. I'm not going to do that. So what I did is I built a sequence where it will go to my YouTube studio. It will go and grab the analytics for the 28-day and the 90-day analytics for the channel, and then it will drop it into guess it's going to drop it into this folder now, which I also have a 365, but I'm not going to have it update that each time because that's a little redundant. These are the more important ones. So I'm just going to have it skip this. Let's go with current data. So it's just using what I already have. Boom. Until I run out of space. Hmm. Okay, what's this? Want to refresh the analytics before you start? No. You can see all the data. See? It's simple, but it's code. Where? Okay. What type of video are you making? So educational, tutorial, how to, passive income. How about education slash concept? Because I want to try and get this to be as uh, content printer as possible when I need it to be, and then when I want to spend more time curating something, I can. Here's the top educational information filter. Cool. How to dollar cost average, what is a concentrated liquidity pool, and why it earns more. Hmm. See, these are the types of things that I think that are helpful educational. These like Jupiter prediction market explained. And all of these things could be liquid staking versus regular staking. So what I could have it do right off the bat is generate things with remotion. But I also with remotion you could add in elements. So I could have like things that I could already think of as like I want it to go and grab screenshots from the site. So say it's let's say what are concentrated liquidity pools and why it earns more. But I could have it go and grab that information from our where is it? I can go grab that information from the page and take screenshots, and then it makes it into a higher quality video. All right, what's up, Coach Fit Cool? What I'm doing is I am trying to automate the flow. I have another channel, not this one, where I kind of talk about like crypto and blockchain stuff. I keep them separate because, I think it's better to keep those things separate, different niches. But I want to automate as much of it as possible. So right now, what I'm doing is creating a flow where it will actually start to build all of the pieces of my video for me. Just when I say make me a new video for this channel, it grabs the analytics from the channel, and then it's going to use what's already working to double down on what's working and kind of avoid the things it's not. And that way I could say, generate me a video. It's going to generate me. It's not to the part where it spits out the video completely, but it's going to give me all the pieces that I could then go into like CapCut, Final Cut, Premiere, and just drop all those pieces in and then give it the polish that it needs, the extra 30 minutes to an hour of extra work, and then you have a video ready to publish, and that's high quality and animated and really well done. I'll show you some more about Remotion as well, but it's really helpful. It's a really good tool. Um, so okay, let me see. So which titles are Radium explained? Um, I like three, but I doubt the average person understands what a CLM is. Make sure the title is searchable and clickable. So So now it's just going to take my notes and come up with some better titles for me. I liked that suggestion, just it didn't really give me. CL is a concentrated liquidity pools. If you don't know what that is, it doesn't matter. It's a completely different topic, different niche. Uh, to pull on Radium explained. What is concentrated liquidity? Uh, let's I mean, I'm not going to finish this video right now. I'm just testing, but let's go with on what is concentrated liquidity. All right. Let's see what it gives us. No specific point. Straight to the topic. I want to see with minimal human interaction is the goal. Let me check out my credits because I'm going to run out at any moment. Usage. I'm going to run out of this before I run out of this. I might actually be able to pop on a little bit and do a little bit more. Just going to run out of my session time. Okay. Okay. Brand assets. Good to go. Um, uh, no brand assets. I'm going to skip. I don't need brand assets. Skip that one. The whole thing. It's not just for automating thumbnails or videos. I'm trying to automate everything. Like for the other, this tool here, I'll show. This is the tool that I'm going to be using to generate the videos. And what it does is that you could generate animations like this, dynamic animations. It even has its own little studio, which is pretty like I guess I can't bring it up in here. Um, but you have like a web editor, but you can create pretty decent animations with this, and it does it all with code. So it's basically creating a video with code, editing it together, um, and it creates the pieces. I think you still need to do a little bit of fine tuning with it in like after it's done generating, but so much of it is automatically done with AI. It's pretty cool. Go back to this. Is it done? Still writing. Brand can, and what I've done is I've given it the analytics for the channel. So I've created a workflow like strategy. So it's building a strategy for the channel. The analytics, so it has its like historic data and what's worked and what hasn't worked on the channel. Assets as it starts to build, voice profiles, voiceovers, brand assets, different screenshots. And so as I can make more videos this way, the idea is that it builds a library that it can just grab from, and anything it doesn't have, it can go generate. All right. How does this script look? Let's see. Why create a video script? I can't see the script. How does the script look? Well, I need to see the script. Where is the script? There's a note. Maybe it generated it into the scripts. Maybe that's where did it put it into the scripts? Transcripts. No. No, it did put it in there. I do not see the script. Where's the script? I don't see the script. Yeah. One second. Text message. Family's going, heading out. All right. So here it is. Okay. So what if I told you that two people could put $1,000 into the same liquidity pool on Radium, but one of them earns, well, the same. It's not this. Well, I guess it could, if it's not it's concentrated, same token, same time frame. The difference comes down to one concept liquidity. Okay. Hey, I'm Dunk. See, I need to give it some examples from previous scripts, is what I feel like I need to do. So I need to go find some scripts from the channel that I want to model after. I think that's something I need to for structure. So it's giving me the script. This needs some work. It's all good. It's all good. Ugh, well, I'm almost out of. Yeah, this is gonna run out. It's all good. Okay, so when I do this, just do this. Is it a Google app? Notes? I don't even know what that app is. Do this. Here, I'll just make some notes real quick on here. Okay. Add script slash transcript examples from channel. Yeah, I'm just giving myself some notes on things to that I need to do. Um, to every video. Hold on a second. How one could do what? Claude code? So you're asking how to set up Claude Code? I could give you a couple pointers. It's super easy. Like I mean, like it's. I'll give you a quick rundown right now, because you're gonna need to have a Claude account, and in order to use Claude Code or Claude Cowork, you're gonna need to have a Claude Pro, or which is like you need to have a paid account. For me, I'm using the one right now that's $20 a month or 17 if you pay for the year. But what that really gets you is like the usage, and that's what I'm running into. See, like right here, I'm almost capped out for the week. I have I have like 20 less than a day left in the week, but look, I've used 95%. So that means in the next 21 hours, 22 hours, I have 5% of my week's usage left. And then there's like gaps right here where there's like a 4 hour gap that you could use like your daily plan. So this is the plan usage, and then they have different plans. Uh, Once you sign up, you're going to download this app onto your computer. Call just everywhere on their site that you go to, it's going to say, "Go download Claude Cowork, go download Claude Chat, go download Claude Code," which is Claude Code built in right here. Same, very similar to Cowork, but uh, so Claude Code and Claude Cowork kind of like operate side by side with each other, and then you have the regular like chat over here, which Cowork research preview. What are you telling me? Put Claude Cowork to work task well. Cowork is now available on Pro as oh, that's what I'm doing. I'm research previewing it. I know. I am using it. So it's right here. So what you would do here is you would start creating a you give it a folder to work out of, and then you could just tell it what you want it to do. And what you have here is you have things like connections, like connectors. For instance, I have like Canva connected, I have Google Drive connected, and what that will do is it will allow, and also Chrome in browser, Claude in browser. And what that will do is anytime that there is like anytime that there is something that it can't do through a connection, it will pop up Chrome browser on your computer, and it will do those things in the browser. So it will either do it through a connection right here, it will do it through the Chrome browser, or uh, what the beautiful thing about like Cowork that I'm just like crazy about is that it will actually code the tool for you. So say you want it to do something, it will take Claude and it will code, and it will automatically use Claude to code for you. So you could do that as well here in Claude Code, or you could do it in Codework. And Codework I like just because it will integrate with the connectors, and it's like this is the a little bit more archaic version if you're building it from scratch, and Cowork is if you're trying to build like automations and things like that. It really does it really does make a difference with Cowork. So you just would come here, you would tell it what you want. Hey, I need this. Uh, what I'll give you an example. Like I gave it access to my desktop the other day. My desktop was a mess, like a mess. And I just told Claude Cowork, I gave it access to that folder, and I said, go and organize my entire desktop folder. Use your best judgment to organize it into things that make sense, photos and things like that. And it was perfectly organized, better than I would have ever done it myself. And I just had to ask it to do it and give it permission to access that folder. So anything it could access in that folder, it could now modify things, edit things. Maybe I have a whole project in there. It could change those things. And if it can't ever do it directly on your computer, it will, and it needs access to the browser, it just goes and grabs that browser connection. And then if it ever has a connection, you could always do it through that. And then you could also connect things like I brought up. Where was it? Like N8N is another great option for automations, but it's all like in the cloud. So if there's ever anything that it can't do, you could always just fill in the gap with one of these until Claude Code can do it for you. So bottom line, if you're trying to get started with Claude Code, just go and download the app. It's free. You need to have a paid plan in order to use the desktop app. And once you have that, it's everything you need right here in this one app. You have the chat if you wanted to like just chat with Claude, just like you would do with like ChatGPT, or or you would do with like Gemini or anything. Then you have Cowork, which again is, think of it like your AI assistant tool that's going to be able to create automations for you. And then you have Claude Code, which maybe you're trying to develop a tool that like a Chrome extension or something, you can code it here. I'd say the thing that Cowork really does is it code is great for building. Cowork is basically the system in order to implement and send your AI agents out into the world and do work for you. Uh, but you could come here and not even touch code in all honesty and get a whole bunch of value just from the Cowork tab. So again, love it. It's a great tool. Um, Great, cool. So I think I'm going to let me check this. I might go live a little later today, but I need a little bit of a break. But see, I got a little, I got 5% to play with later today. So I think I'm gonna do a live later after I've I've looked at everything. But um let's see. Yeah, where is it? Cowork there. So we have this right here. I need, and I'm gonna make some notes based off of what it is, and then we could tackle that next time. Export voiceover script. Um, Let me actually write that down. Show the entire script in the cowork chat when you generate it. Let me actually just double check that. Okay, so move forward. Yeah, I need to give it samples of the scripts. Cool. Awesome. Oh yeah, my pleasure. Let me know if that's helpful. I'm going to be doing more of these examples, and but my best advice for if you're going to go do stuff with Claude Code, just go and start. Like that's what I'm really literally doing. I do this stuff manually, and I started pulling out all the different things that I would need in order to automate this. And there's a lot of it that I've already got automated, but I want to get to a point where I just give it an idea and it spits out all the content. I understand I need to go and edit it together a little bit in CapCut or wherever just to put the content together. We're not quite there yet, but I have no doubt we will be. But I want to get this built. So all what I have to do is kind of like next time that there's some innovation with AI with this system, I just need to make an update. So again, thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna take a break a little bit for right now because I've been streaming for an hour and a half. But I'm gonna work on this a little bit later today, and I'll show you what I've got going. So all right, peace out. Make sure that you subscribe so you see the notifications when I go live with these lives. All right, everyone, peace out. Bye.